Hey guys, Mark and Tom here. This is week 3. We're doing in week 3 of the Team 10K program. We're doing a bit of a recap. We're kind of saying, what are all the things that we've done that are up and running now? And we should be in a situation now where we've done a bunch of Hangouts. We've got a title. We've got a content structure for our course. We've got our main search terms that we've been doing the Hangouts for. And we've also created a Gumroad account and a Udemy instructor profile. And we're now talking about the relationship that we build with people. So people watch our videos on YouTube. We want a pop-up to come up which says, hey, if you want the free sample, free taster, 5-day crash course in some of the best things, best tips for how to stop drinking, go here. They click on it. It's just all they do is put in their email address. It's the Gumroad landing page. Then that kicks them into an email sequence over the next 2 weeks or 5 days or 3 months, whatever you choose. You deliver them something really nice to help building the relationship. So it's taking them a step further. It's a little detailed summary, just a minute's worth of reading, no more, in an email, and then a link probably to another video. It doesn't have to be a video, actually. It could be just the text. But a minute's worth of reading, you just want the one main point that you really want to get across and how to do it. Something actually, think about it like this. You've got some stuff from people that you're interested in, and then they send you something really useful that you can do today, right now. Then you're thinking, oh, this guy's cool. And then the next day you get something else. And then by the end of that period, whether it's done over 5 days or it's 5 days over 2 weeks, you've got a relationship with the guy. And then what happens is at the end it says, hey, if you're interested in the full program, here's a 50% off coupon to get it on Udemy or straight from my website or wherever. So that's the whole process. So this week we're just checking those components. So in this session we'll get all those things up and running for you to make sure that you're... So I'll show you how to do that in real time. That's kind of the plan.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
So this is normally, this is the end of week 3, but normally this would have been last week's call, which would be in the beginning of week 3. So it doesn't matter, but there's no need. It's only your script that'll make you want to stick to exactly the same schedule. We can do it this week. It's fine. So, what do you need help with first?
Well, I believe I have my Gumroad account.
Cool.
Let's see here. So we're in Gumroad.
Brilliant.
And let me see.
Okay, you're in Gumroad. Okay.
Now.
All working.
I'm trying to find. Wait a minute. I have. It says I had to add a product, right?
Don't have to worry about that now. Just but yeah. I mean, you've got your Gumroad account and you've got it set up with your PayPal details so it can pay you and all that sort of stuff. Have you done all that? Or your bank account? Because you're in the US, you can have it go straight to a bank account.
That part I don't believe I got to yet.
You don't need it, but let me
yeah.
I'll screen share.
Okay.
What I'll screen share with what it would look like in Gumroad from my Gumroad test account. So I'm going to log in. Okay, right. Let me screen share. So you can look and make sure this matches what we're doing here. So we log in. I'm going to put in my email address. It's my Gumroad test account. So these are the things that you need to do. So these are just, I just made up a bunch of products there. Okay, fine. Now, you go settings.
Okay.
And then have you put your picture up there?
I believe I did.
Okay, good. And a bio. So this is just one I made up, just one line because I didn't really want to waste time on it. But that's where you put information about you. On my real Gumroad one, there's a bit more detail. I just copied some of the stuff from my Udemy profile. Now this.
Okay, I did do that. Okay.
So we're in the cog settings, and then with settings on the left.
Let me do a screen share.
Sorry, people can't see this now. I'm going to go to here.
That's me.
What's you? Oh yeah, you're sharing. Great. Okay, fantastic. Nice. So you don't have to share your one, but you can if you like. It doesn't really make any difference. So if you're sharing your one, I should be able to see. Okay, excellent. Right. Nice. So you've come as, you chose your username as mberger8, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your lucky number?
Yes.
Right. That explains it. Okay. So your username will then be your unique URL. So whenever you go to, for example, if you now click on mberger8, you will go to your portfolio of products that you've created. You might not have created any, but this will happen. If you go to gumroad.com, Tom Cassidy 101, which is my test one, you will see some random products that I just created as an example. Okay? And that's what they will look like. Well, they won't look like that because you'll obviously take a bit more care over them. But what's quite nice is you can actually have, on your Gumroad products, you could have a little video playing.
Oh.
Okay.
Tom Cassidy here. I've got Kieran Doherty with me. Kieran.
So that's something that I did for my photojournalist buddy. You can actually have that playing, which is really nice. It's a product and it explains what it is on with a video. That video doesn't actually explain the product. That was just an example of what you could do. Or you can have an image. This is just an image which happens to look like my profile. And if you look carefully, you just see that I've just done a screen capture of my Udemy profile. And but so you just put up a picture and a little bit of bio. Now, what happens now? We can go back. Is you choose your time zone. I mean, I don't know why my time zone is there. It's probably defaulting on PST. You can link your Twitter account and you can link your Facebook account. It's probably a good idea to link your Twitter account because then you can easily post links to your Twitter if you do use Twitter, and it can give people a chance to go straight to your products in the future. That's your email address. That's what you want to sell in. You'll be US dollars. You don't need to worry about that because we're not going to use Google Analytics just yet. So that's all the first thing done. Buyer information, you put your card details in there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you know it's you got a shipping address, purchase settings.
Also, I did do that. All right.
Yeah, so you've probably done that. Payout is where you put your PayPal email address. But if you're in the States, you can use direct deposit.
I put PayPal in.
Okay, well if you put PayPal, that's fine. But obviously, you can use direct deposit, which is free straight into your bank account transfers if you're in the States, or in Japan you can use Zengin. Okay, they don't charge any fees for payouts for both PayPal and direct deposit. Gumroad keeps 5% plus 20 cents, I think it is, or 25 cents per transaction. So you keep 95%, which I'll talk about in a second. Password, obviously, you can change to whatever you like. Developer is where you go now. And this is, I'm going to give you something to paste into there that will talk to the email sequence campaign generator. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to give you I'm going to create an account for you here. New account.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, HTTPS Gumroad/Mark. What were you called? mberger8?
Yep.
This must be a valid domain name or URL. All right. Gumroad.com. Nice. So I've created an account for you. We're going to do what's called a customer email sequence, which is for people who've bought a downloadable item, and it's just to make sure they kind of, you know, or a trial or something like that. I'm going to go for best. This doesn't really matter. Right, Gumroad. Create a customer follow-up trip campaign. Yep, okay, set up my account. Right, so what I'm going to give you now is a integration. Gumroad, okay. Right, can you paste this thing that I'm sending you now into that space where it says ping endpoint?
All right.
Copy that. That goes to ping endpoint. And what will happen is whenever you make a sale or someone signs up on your Gumroad page, your Gumroad product page, it will ping my email machine sequencer, and it will send out whatever sequence we want it to send out. And I'll show you how to do the next thing in a second. So have you pasted it in?
I'm waiting for it. Where do I get it?
I've just sent it to you on the chat.
Oh.
Yeah?
All right. Oh, okay.
There on the chat on the top left?
Yeah, I'm copying it. Oops.
So you'll paste it in there like this. That's what it should be like. Look like. It should look like that.
If I'm trying to, I copy link address, and all right. So ping. I paste it right here.
Yeah. And does yours look like my screen now?
Yep. So I do update.
Yep, update developer settings.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. I'm not going to put that one in there because I don't want it to confuse the issue. Now, what will happen is that we need to know what product it's actually sending. So, have you created a product yet, or should we do that now?
I haven't created a product yet, but
let's do that. Go to products on the top left.
I'm
in Gumroad. Yeah.
Add a product.
Add a product.
Yep.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So you're going to click a product. Now you're going to call it something which makes sense. What you actually call it is kind of not that important, but it would make sense to call it something. So I will know what's going on as well if I just look at it. So for me, it would be recovery, freedom. How do you write it? You do it with like an apostrophe like that, do you? Alcoholism.
Let's see what. Yep.
Free.
Dash. Yeah.
Free crash course or sample, mini course, whatever you call it. But what makes sense to you? Recovery, freedom, alcoholism. You might want to not repeat the word free. You might want to just call it sample. Intro course. What you want to do is you want to let people think that it's something that they're getting complete, which doesn't necessarily lead on to anything. So they don't feel like they're trapped in it or anything like that. So you might call it a 5-day. It's kind of like the skinny on some top tips. So recovery, freedom, alcoholism. You could call it a 5-day crash course or something like that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, it doesn't really matter what you call it.
How about just crash course?
Yeah. Crash course. Now you put 0 in, because this is a free. You could call it free. It doesn't matter what you call it. I'm just suggesting that. Now you've got to add a file before you can add a product. Now you don't need a file, but what you are going to do is you're going to just for now upload a small file of any sort, just a JPEG or a graphic or a PDF or anything. This is not going to be the content of the course at all. This is going to be downloaded to them when they purchase it. But what I think we'll probably put in here, we'll probably do a PDF of a welcome letter with what they're going to get. Oh, thanks for this. This is awesome. This course is going to be great. It's just a mini crash course in some of the best things in alcoholism. You'll get your first item in your inbox in the next hour or so, and then you'll get 4 more great points over the next few days. But the reason they just make you add a file before you can then add a product. So if you click add files and just choose something really small, like a picture or something like that, doesn't really matter. Uploads.
All right, let me see. We have here.
Then you should get to this screen.
I just put
something like that. You know, it doesn't really matter. So, is your screen looking the same as mine now?
All right, let me just go to mine, and I did that. I added a file, and
then add the core. Then hit the blue button. Add.
All right, now I'm there.
So same as mine now.
Upload a cover. Yeah.
That's it. Right. Okay. So in your own time, you can upload a cover. Don't worry about that. You can link to a cover. If you click on link to a cover, that's really cool. What happens when you click on link to cover? It gives you a space where you could put a YouTube or a Vimeo video or a SoundCloud audio file. So for example, if I go and put I'm just going to find a YouTube anything. YouTube will start charging to see music videos with no ads. That's interesting.
Oh.
Cool. Good for YouTube. So we'll put this video in. Okay. And get rid of that. And what will happen is if I put there and then I save the changes. Oh. Maybe it's this. Sorry, we only support public media from YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, and other sites that support. It doesn't like that video for some reason. I wonder why that is. Okay. Anyway. Maybe. Is it a private?
Hmm.
I wonder if this one will go in. No, it's not. It doesn't like that for some reason. That. It's not accepting the YouTube videos for now. It might be because of the. No, I accepted that one. Maybe some issue on the settings. Right, so when you've done that, you can upload more files, but we don't need to do that because we don't want to give any more files. Then you click preview there, and you should see then, that's what your landing page will look like now. it will have an image, which is either an image or a thumbnail of a YouTube video, and it would say Recovery, Freedom, Alcoholism Free Crash Course by Mark Berger, a 5-pot crash, whatever you've said about it, and then people get a chance to buy this. So we're going to do that. See how far have you done this now?
I'm trying to get the video.
Yeah, obviously you can choose any video. I had a bit of a struggle getting some of them in, but why don't you do a screen share now, just so we can see what you're up to?
Right. Let me. Let's see. So that's me right there.
Lovely, brilliant.
And
right.
Save
nice.
changes.
Save changes. That's it. Oh, brilliant. And then preview. At the top, that's it. Oh no, lost it. That's it. Right. So yeah, you don't have to worry about clicking it.
And welcome to Recovery Freedom. The top we're talking about.
That's a pop-up that's come over the top because you're on your name at the moment.
When we drink, many of us drink because we have problems. I got that.
That's right. Yeah. So don't worry. You put something else anyway later, or whatever. A nice maybe 1-minute intro. Now you're going to click on the cog in the top right, and where it says settings, the top right. That's it, and that'll get rid of the design changes. Yep. Now, so that's what it will look like, and the purchase process will be what you're going to receive now. This is a test purchase. So click I want this. Right, okay. So put $0 in. Just put 0, and then everything disappears apart from the email. Click get. Right. So you've bought it now. Obviously it is $0. You notice that there's a chance to pay more. The give more gives people a chance to pay more if they like it, and that link to give more will be sent to them by email, so they can always give more at any later stage, which is pretty cool. And then there's no file to download really, because this is going to trigger a sequence of emails, but they'll click download to get that welcome one. So when you click that download, they will get whatever file you uploaded in that, yeah. So that where you uploaded a file, that's what they'll get when they download it. So you could give them a video that you recorded as a welcome video and have them download that if you wanted.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, it's really, really awesome. Or you could give them an MP3 of a welcome. Hey, this is Mark. Stick this on in your car. This is great. Or whatever you like. One of the things that's really cool, by the way, is all of the video hangouts that you do, you can turn them into audio files and make an audio file course series of just the MP3s for people to listen to in their cars and stuff.
Wow.
Which is really cool. Now, that's your inbox. You've just got an email about that test purchase, right?
Yeah.
And so you got an email as Mark Berger, the instructor, and you got an email as you would get if you were the buyer just then. Yeah. Okay. So that's really nice, and it's a lovely process. Now what happens next is we've got to get that purchase to actually trigger a sequence. So I need you to go back to your product, look at my screen now, and can you see you've got edit, options, and timeline?
Let me see.
You're looking at my screen.
Timeline.
Yep. Click on options.
Wait a minute. Options.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now, what you're going to do is you're going to type into this grayed out box there what the particular name, the unique, it's called a permalink, but it's the unique code of your product. Now, what you're going to do is type in something that is kind of memorable, not too long. Probably, I would call it something like, I'd probably call it Freedom Recovery. I'll probably go something like FR dash alcoholism, so you can see it easily, and then it might be free hyphen crash hyphen course. That's kind of long actually, so I might just make it, I'm just thinking, make it maybe free Freedom Recovery is your brand, and then maybe hyphen for alcoholism, and then hyphen for free sample or something like that. Doesn't matter what you call it, but once you've called it that, cut and paste it to me in the group chat so I can then put it into my email machine, because what we want is that product code will trigger the sequence that relates to the follow-up after they've purchased that particular product, and then a different product code will relate to a purchase and leading to a different sequence, and so on. So we need to know what that code is going to be. So when you've saved the changes, just double click in that gray box and send that to me.
All right, so but RFA TC.
Okay, just paste it into me in the
save changes.
Yeah. So that was my one, for example, sent to you. I just paste it to there. That's what I called it, but that's, you know, that doesn't really matter. It's whatever you call it. So you paste it into me. Now, there's no gaps in that, is there? No, okay. Fine. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I'm going to do because you'll like this. Okay. I'm going to do a screen share now. I'm going to show people the integration that I'm doing. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so Gumroad, fine. That's the right push thing that I've sent you. This is Mark, Gumroad.com, Mark Berger 8. That's your account. Automation. Let's see what this one is. Nice. So this is the Gumroad. This is follow-up after purchase. But I'm going to call this, I'm going to make this a follow-up after purchase the, after, no, they didn't purchase, after, what did we call it, crash course, recovery freedom, alcoholism, crash course. This is just so you can, it's a really good idea to document stuff, to make it sensible so you know what's going on later. So follow up after reasonable, recovery freedom, alcoholism, crash course. What should trigger this rule? Performed a custom event. Can you see this, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. So performed a custom event. That custom event is made a purchase in Gumroad, but not any custom event. It's with a property name, with what's called the permalink. Is equal to whatever it was that you sent me, RFACC. So when someone buys that, Gumroad sends a message, and this applies that filter to that message, and what you choose to do is it subscribes you to a campaign. The campaign is customer follow-up. The tag that we're going to apply to it is then we're going to call this person recovery freedom alcoholism crash course. what we want to know is to be able to search by all the people, segment it. It's like we want to group all the people that have come in by this one into one group and all that sort of stuff. It's really rather clever. So we are going to save that. So does it make sense what I'm doing?
Yeah. So
now you don't have to do this because if you look here, I've got accounts for everyone who is then in when they get to the stage in the 10K project where they're setting them up. I just do this for you guys. So this is kind of part of the service. Saves you having to get your own autoresponders and pay all that monthly amounts and all that sort of stuff. This is really, really, really beautifully simple software. So all that happens is anytime someone makes a purchase on your Gumroad account, it sends it to this, it triggers through this code, which is your course, it puts them into this campaign. What does this campaign look like? I've saved that rule. Well, what we need to do is now go and look at the campaign. The campaign, so far one visitor has subscribed. That's interesting. Let's have a look at this and see if we can see who's subscribed to this, because it's likely that it's you in that test purchase. Let's have a look at the dashboard. Subscribers. Yeah, there you go. winwin008@hotmail.com. Details. You are basically, this is what's happened, the sequence of events. So you were tagged as a customer, you tracked, made a purchase event, subscribed to the customer follow-up campaign.
Wow.
Now the actual campaign isn't live yet, but you're subscribed to it. So what we're properties, this is all the details about you. So if you knew more information about this particular customer, you could put it in there. We don't want to do all of that. It's a bit of a ball ache to do all that sort of stuff. So we know that these are emails that this tracks every single email that is then sent to each customer, which is kind of pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fully fledged, decent customer follow-up marketing automation system. It's really amazing, actually. Customer follow-up is here. Unsubscribe. I could unsubscribe you if I wanted to from this campaign manually. But what we're going to do is we're going to let the automation do everything. So we'll go into the campaign and say, well, what do we want to send this person? Right? Well, let's go and have a look. Dashboard. Subscribers, we don't need that. Opt-in form, we don't need that. It's emails. What do we want to be in the emails? And we say, okay, browse our blueprints. 5-day email mini course is what we will use as a blueprint. And all you're going to do, your job, is to say, what are you actually going to put in the text that goes, and this is a sample and example, but you don't have to worry about this really. But thanks for checking out my 5-day crash course on blah, blah, blah. I'm Mark, the founder of Recovery, Freedom, Alcoholism. My goal for this course is to provide you with new techniques. I don't like these formulas, but that's kind of a good starting point. I'm not even sending that out to people because I want them to say, well, just on day one, what would you send people? And then you send me that, I paste it into here, save it. We go back to emails. What would we send people another day, one day after that for day 2? You send it to me, I paste it into here, poof. When we've got all 5 emails, and the last one has to be, okay, what are you going to get them to do next? And when they've finished this campaign, when we're happy with the emails, we publish them all. Right? And then when we're happy with the campaign, we activate it. And then what happens is that anyone who signs up for your program gets automatically put into this sequence, which is say, hey, thanks for signing up, you know, this is really cool, tomorrow you'll get something else, they get it tomorrow, and so on. And then after 5 days, you can do a number of different things. What's really nice, if you go back to automation, what you can do is you can create a new automation rule that says choose a trigger when they complete a campaign. Which campaign? When they complete customer follow-up, you can get them to go on to another one, or apply a tag completed, or you can get them to subscribe to another campaign, or to move from one campaign to another, or send a one-off email saying, oh, by the way, you're awesome, thanks for that. You could record an event you can. It's crazy what you can do. So basically, what you can do then is you've then got an extended relationship with the individual, but obviously, what you'd like them to do is at the end of the first sequence is to then go and take advantage of your 50% offer to your Udemy course, for example. So what you can do is you could have a trigger which says if they go and visit a page but don't buy, you can get them to go into one campaign, which is, hey, I saw you weren't ready to buy yet, or anything. You don't even maybe mention it. You might send them into a campaign which sends them an email once a month, just to say, hey, I'm still here. Here's something useful. I haven't forgotten about you. Whenever the time's ready, is great. But if they click a link, maybe they visit a page, but they also click a link, you can put them into another campaign. They might have. What you could have as visited a page could be the checkout page for when they do make a purchase. Or you can have it still in Gumroad if you want to, performed a custom event, made a purchase from Gumroad, but of a different product. And then it might be just a thank you sequence. Oh, really glad you purchased the Udemy course. This is awesome. I'll be sending you an email from time to time to just give you some tips to implement the course better. And then at the end of the Udemy course, or halfway through after a few weeks, you can tell them, oh, by the way, the app is out. We've released the app. You can download that. And you can actually, what's really cool about this is you can do a broadcast to everybody. But actually, you can do that in Gumroad as well, because you'll have everybody in Gumroad as well. So you can send them an email broadcast from that. So basically, you've got really absolutely stupid levels of flexibility and diversity of options, but it's actually really quite simple. Even if you had to do this yourself, which you will in the future when your programs get big enough, you can see that it's not really that difficult, is it?
No.
It's not really that difficult. It's too difficult for me to want everyone to be doing their own thing, because I'd be spending so much time training you how to do it. But after a while, once we've completed this and got the courses up and running, then you can get your own. This program starts at only like $50 a month, the whole thing. So I mean, this marketing automation program is only $50 a month. So at the moment, you don't need your own one, so there's no point having it, because everyone can have their own kind of sub account. But obviously, as you get more and more people, it increases in price. So at a certain point, it'll probably be a good idea to have your own one, and then once you get into this and you're full-time, being a guru traveling around the world, legend, you'll hope you'll be spending several $100s a month on something like this, because that'll mean you've got 10,000 subscribers or whatever, all paying you whatever. Okay, so do you kind of get what the whole purpose of the whole process is?
Yes, I do.
Does it make sense?
It does make sense. It is very easy though. Just put everything together.
Yeah. So really today the only thing we haven't covered is how to do YouTube annotations, so you can actually send them to that Gumroad page that you've just created, right?
Right.
Now, as soon as you do this, you do realize, as soon as you put annotations on, then your sequence is going to start. So once your sequence starts, well, actually not true, because we can have your sequence isn't live yet. It won't be live till you finish your emails. But you don't want to be sending people to purchase or to sign up for a sample crash course if you don't have a crash course yet, right? That wouldn't be very good. So what we need to think of is, I'm going to show you how to do these annotations, but you don't actually have to make any of them live until you've kind of got the emails ready and you got the emails sent to me. But I will show you how to do them, because again, it's quite simple, and then it'll be on this video, and then you can just watch it again at any later stage. Yep.
Sounds good.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it with one of your videos. So if you go to screen share with any one of your YouTube videos, open it in a different browser window so it's not going to confuse it when you do the screen share.
see here.
Are you using Chrome or Firefox yet?
I'm on Chrome.
Chrome, good, okay. So on Chrome you can drag out the tab or open up a tab as a new window rather than as a new tab. And if you open it as a new window, it's easier to share.
Oh, okay. So let me just. You there?
I'm here.
All right, let me see.
Get a video from.
I'm just check.
One of your videos. Right. Go to above the freedom word. There's a. That's it. To the left of where your cursor is. To the left of the CC annotations. That's it. Click on annotations. Right. How long is this video? 4 minutes. Okay. So wherever you like in it, it can go. But I'm going to assume that probably you'd want to put it near the end. So drag the slider, the normal slider. No, up. No. Well, you can do that. But yeah, drag the slider, and to play a bit sort of near the end, just before you wrap up. Let's just have a quick listen to that. Play it. Yeah.
We identify the script, its effect and alcohol in our lives. This is the first principle in recovery. Thank you very much.
Okay, right. So at about 4:04 is probably good.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter really. Yeah. Okay, right. Now scroll up a tiny bit. Click on plus add annotation on the right hand side. Scroll up a bit so I can see it.
Oh, okay. Add annotation.
That's it. Can you scroll? Can you scroll so I can see the whole of the video at the top and the bottom, but not too much? That's it. Perfect. Yeah. Use a speech bubble. Right. Type in the box. Free crash course. On how to stop drinking. Here.
Here?
Here, yeah. Here. You might want to go for a font size, scroll down a little bit where it says, go for about 16, I think it's probably a bit better. Right, okay. Free crash course, okay. And then click. Oh, why hasn't it done it? Okay. Free crash course. Save. Is there a save just above, just out of shot, at the top? It saved it already. Okay. I can't see on your annotation. Oh, it's because it's in Flash. It might not be showing. Does that writing show up in your speech bubble on your screen?
No.
Okay. Move.
So
You don't want to publish it. Are you using Chrome? You are, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got something. You've got a space before the F in the free crash course. Is there any? Yeah. Delete that. That's it. You just had a line of. Yeah. Okay. So now drag that down into a logical, safe, not safe place, but a place where it be. You drag the whole thing down and make it bigger. Increase the size of the window. That's it. I'd make it. I wouldn't put it over your mouth or over your body. I would make it more square, I think. A bit bigger. Up, up. Okay, and move it up a little bit, I reckon. So it's going to be... You'd kind of want it to be sort of coming from your mouth, maybe.
How about that?
Well, look, it doesn't really matter. You'll play around and you'll work out. Okay, so now you've got that there. Just leave it anywhere for now. That's fine. Good. Now, click on the link button just below the custom font and all that stuff. Right, now you're not going to link. Where are you going to link to? Where do you want it to link to?
How about the Gumroad course?
Right, excellent. Okay, so in the drop-down menu, next to the link button, up a bit, that's it. Ah, you should have merchant. Why don't you have merchant account? Have you verified your YouTube account?
Yeah.
Give me those options again, see what you got.
I have video, subscribe.
No, you haven't verified it. Okay, well, it hasn't. The verification hasn't gone through. You need to. Okay, save this for now. If it's saved already, that's fine. Okay, it saved it. That's fine. All right. Go to your channel, maybe on the left.
Oh,
Channel
yeah.
on the bottom left. No. Yeah, that's it. That was it. Okay, now that's it. Edit it. That's good. Now you should be able to link it to. Click the link now. It should let you link it to a. Yeah, Mer. Yeah. Okay. Now you're going to paste in something that you're going to find. Pop out the. Can you open in a new tab the Gumroad window so we can see it on the screen share as well?
You see it?
No. Okay, go to screen share and then click and show us the. Click screen share and then go for that window. The Gumroad window. Yeah. That's it. Okay, nice. Right, perfect page. Right. Where you go to preview, click on preview. Right, copy that URL. Nice. Go back to the linking part in YouTube. It's the next, yep. You might have to screen share for us to be able to see that again. If you do the Gumroad and the other one in the same browser window, you can just switch between them. Right, okay, yeah, you've done it, nice. Preview the link, just to see, make sure it's okay. Is it? Brilliant. Okay, close that. I'll go back to the YouTube video. Right, nice one. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to probably, what I'd quite like you to do is play it from about 4 minutes. So you just got a few seconds lead in, so we just see roughly how natural it is. Now go back to before there. Before the pop-up comes up, Mark.
First, choose to have a disease.
Yeah, something like that. That'll do. Leave it there. That's fine.
More detail in my program, Recovery Freedom. I just want to discuss the first principle of recovery, which is identification. We identify the script affecting alcohol in our lives.
I think because you haven't introduced it, it would make more sense. So, and by the way, if you want more info on this, here's a free. So just a bit more, rather than just saying free crash course. So I would, yeah, introduce it a bit more. So if you want a bit more info on this. Try my free course, crash course on how to stop drinking here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Save. Nice. That's it. Lovely. Okay, and I think that'll, yeah, just go to a tiny bit before. That's it, I'll do.
Program Recovery Freedom. I just want to discuss the first principle of recovery, which is identification. We identify the script that's affecting alcohol and
Make the box a bit bigger. Click on the box. That's it. Change the size of the box. That's it. Perfect. Now, notice that you can drag that speech bit around to look where it looks like it's coming out of your mouth. No, move the box back. Move the box back. Yeah, that's it. So move the box. It doesn't have to be exactly coming out. That doesn't look quite right there. Move it a little bit to the right. The speech thing, or you can move it up the side if you want, and move the box down lower. Move the box down lower and move that up the side. Move it. Keep going around the side.
Oh.
That's better. That's more natural, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Which is identification. We identify the script that's affecting alcohol in our lives. This is the first principle.
You know what I would do? I would sign it as well. I would go - cheers and Mark or something, all the best, or thanks for watching, Mark, or something. Just because you haven't kind of introduced the idea of then getting them to link or anything like that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Because the point is, if they've got this far, they have watched it, haven't they? A bit more space, tiny bit more space after.
In my program, Recovery Freedom, I just want to discuss the first principle of recovery, which is identification. We identify the script that's affecting.
I like it.
Yeah, great. That's perfect. Right. So we are going to publish that. Just click publish. Which is nice. Now we are going to watch it as a normal video. So if you go back just above publish button, just above the publish button, you see a back arrow. Yeah, it's not very clear. Back to Video Manager. Now I want you to click on whichever one it was. That's it. It's that one. And let's see how it would play. Just skip to towards the end. Give us about 30 seconds. That's it. That'll do it.
But the script chooses for you. And again, I'll go into more detail.
Can you turn the volume up a tiny bit on your computer?
I just want to discuss the first principle of recovery.
Nice.
Identification. We identify the script that's affecting alcohol in our
Right,
lives.
now put your mouse over it.
First principle.
Now click.
Oh.
Now, other people won't see this. They won't see the left-hand side of things because this Gumroad knows it's you, so it's showing you the editing things. They will just see, if you click on the cog on the top right, they will just see this. Cog on, that's it. Nice one. They will just see that landing page. People can click I want this, and it'll be awesome. So that's the whole cycle. There's one more tiny thing to do, going back to your video. Go back to your video for us. That's it. Okay. So click on underneath the video where it says Recovery, Freedom, Alcoholism to Stop Drinking. Yeah. Keep going. And when it says click on, yeah, that's it. On there. Sorry, on the no, up a bit on the Yeah, that's fine. You can do it there. That's fine. Now, what I would do, no, you're fine. In the description, the first thing you should put in is the link to your free course. So then he said, so you put that, in that box, yeah, there you've got it, that's fine. You know what, I'm going to teach you a different way to do this that's a bit easier. Go back, scroll up so we can see the video. And underneath the video, on the left, on the top left, but underneath the video, you see a pen. That's it. Click on that, and that'll take you to a page where you can do info and settings. And then this is where you can create your own custom thumbnail. I think it's important to have a bit of branding, so you might want to have a bit of branding for what you want Recovery to Freedom to look like. I mean, it's lovely seeing our pretty faces on these things, but I think it's kind of a bit more. It's got a bit more gravity if you give it a custom thumbnail. So there you can put up a logo, and it looks really good. But don't do it now. Just choose one and work out something, upload it, and then you can do that for all of them. Now, in the bit, so in basic info, you've got the title: Recovery, Freedom, Alcoholism, How to Stop Drinking. Now, you need to put the particular topic you're talking about in. So, what particular topic is this one on?
This is on the first principle, identification.
Okay. So are you going to call it part 1, identification, number 1, or are you going to call it just week 1? What are you going to call it? Whatever. Identification. You decide. It doesn't matter. So identification. And then you put. This is where I talk about identification in the next box. In the description, and just a super little quick thing. This is where I talk about identification, the script, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, don't worry about doing it all. You can do that in your own time later. And somewhere in this box, I prefer at the beginning, you paste the link to the Gumroad page as well. So before Recovery Freedom. That's it. Paste it there. That's it, and then a space. And then I would probably put then a dash. Go here for my free sample on how, or something. Yeah. For my free crash course on Recovery Freedom. And then you've got the rest. Recovery Freedom. You've got it there. How to stop drinking. And then I would put, not this is where actually, sounds better after stop drinking, new line. In this clip, I talk about identification in the script, or whatever, yeah? This is where, or in this clip, I talk, yeah, in this clip I think it's better. Talk about.
Oh. Huh.
Okay, save changes. Now, put the suggested tags. Put alcoholism, health. No, sorry, they've got suggested tags there. You can put there. Yeah, there you can drop that. Alcoholics Anonymous. I'd put Alcoholics Anonymous in there as well, because people will be searching. You want the people that are searching for Alcoholics Anonymous are your target market, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. I would probably take out alcoholic beverage. I don't think that's necessary. And then you're probably okay, actually. I mean, you get the idea. You can type in. You don't just have to choose ones that have a drop-down menu. You can choose. You can create new. You can create new tags. So you can just type in anything you like. Yeah, Helsinki, care industry, whatever. Health industry, it's fine. Right, save changes. Healthcare industry, yeah, for save changes. So now, if you go back to view the video, go back on the back arrow. Yeah, it's not very clear. This. Go back up to the top right, top right, top right, top right, back arrow, top right. That's it.
Mark.
Now, underneath your video, you'll see that you've got a link to Gumroad right there as well.
Oh.
Just test it. Nice. I think you would want to probably call the title My Free Recovery Freedom Alcoholism or Recovery Freedom Alcoholism Free Crash Course by you got by Mark Berger there. Free. You might want to say that. I know it says $0, but I think you might want to say just put in $0. Remember when I was doing my programs, the Pay What You Want, and I had to tell people, you know, you can put 0 in because they were confused.
Right.
So you might want to tell people, but that you do that in Gumroad. Okay, and that's it. I know that there's lots of small pieces there, but none of that was hard, is it?
No. No.
It took a long time for me to work out how to do it all. All the little bits and the fiddles and the dodges and all that sort of stuff, but it's not really difficult stuff. It's you know, it's pretty straightforward. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a marathon one, that wasn't it?
Well, actually, it's very helpful. I have to say that.
Well, it takes, if you can just see it, and now we've got it recorded, you can just go and watch these if you missed any bits, right? So you can just go back and watch it again.
It's a good review.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So essentially, you're kind of up to speed when you get when you've got some time and you don't feel like being creative, you don't feel like writing, just go into those videos, create a nice thumbnail, which might be your wheel. It might be just a good headshot of you, one which is nice, well lit and looks good, and it's you smiling, something like that. You know, like my profile picture or your profile picture. You might use that. Upload those. Put the same sort of text, you know, the Gumroad link, a little bit of a description about the what topic you're talking about. Change the name of the video to include the topic, like 4 you're talking about, I don't know, the script, or 1 identification, all that. And then you don't have to worry about adding annotations for now because we don't really have the emails in place. So we don't have to worry about that. But you know how to do it, don't you?
Yes. And
don't
plus,
forget.
I can always go back to the Hangout.
And also, you can always add annotations without a link. You can say, hey, check out my other videos, and I'm working hard on a nice free sample course for you, if you want to, just so that people have got a bit of an idea. Yeah?
Yep.
All good. Any other questions?
I think we covered everything. I think we got everything down.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, as you said, that's the whole point of this being recorded. You can just go and watch it any stage later. So, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, buddy. I'll see you in the chats. It's a lot easier. This script makes all this sort of stuff a really big deal, but actually, if you break it down into all these small chunks, and I think looking back on it, I probably put a little bit too much into week 2, because don't forget, we're building this plane as we're learning to fly it. We don't really know, and I'm thinking, oh well, but I'm thinking actually there were quite a few small things. Really, if we'd have done this when you were ready last Sunday, in advance of, no, if we'd have done this the Sunday before, in the advance of week 2, these are the things that you have to do, and this is how we do it. And the whole hangout was an hour or so of all the bits. I think it would have been a lot easier. So, but I'm learning that it's obviously, yeah, we're not going to get this perfect first time. But that's why I encourage people to. If I'd waited till I'd worked out exactly the best way to teach everybody how to do this, we'd never get started. It would be next summer before we got started. So luckily I don't let my desire, my script's desire for perfection. How can you teach people to do stuff? You don't know how ready they are, you don't know how fast to go, you don't know how, you know, all this. And I'm going, I'm never going to know exactly. I'll just got to throw some stuff out there and see what happens. So, yeah.
We're all going.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so have a great week, buddy. See you in the chats. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. This is very helpful and useful.
Yeah.
This is definitely a big thing. I'm very excited.
Well, the thing is, you've got great content. You've got brilliant content. Let's make it easy for you to get that out there. And you know how to do Hangouts, great Hangouts. You now know how to link to a page that can then encourage people to stay. We'll put together an email course. We'll work out what to do. And so, it's basically it's Greater Life for All we're doing. So, we'll be supported in our endeavours.
We will be. Because it's all of us.
Yeah. Mr. Berger, have a great week, sir. Talk to you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye.